We've all heard the saying, you gotta fake it till you make it. And I'm here to tell you that it's true. So you got big plans to achieve some great things in 2021. Maybe it's to become an entrepreneur, YouTube success, real estate investor, coach, or public speaker. Maybe deep down you know that you got what it takes to achieve these great things, but you need a little push. You need a little confidence booster. There's a solution to your problem, compadre, and it's called faking it till you make it. Now, I'm not talking about brain surgery or flying a plane. Many of you have seen that movie with Leo DiCaprio, Catch Me If You Can. What I'm talking about here is ramping up your confidence. Ramping up your confidence outside of your comfort zone. Learning what you need to and becoming the best version of you. Hey, what's going on, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. In this video, I'm gonna help you build up your confidence, essentially fake it till you make it. Step number one in faking it till you make it. Understand that you can become anybody you want to, anybody that you need to be quote unquote successful. Change is inevitable, and last year taught us that change can happen, and it can happen really quickly. So it's important to identify the traits and habits that are no longer serving you and holding you down. You gotta understand that ultimately it's up to you. It's up to you to actually make the change.
It's not up to other people.
It's true.
It's up to you.
Now, I'm not trying to get all woo-woo and philosophical here. The key is you gotta figure out how to become the best version of you. Have you ever looked at celebrities or entrepreneurs when they first started in business? They looked and appeared as if they were lacking confidence. If you look at their old photos versus their new photos, you can see like the very different traits that they gained over the course of their life experience. One thing that I want you guys to remember is that nobody is born confident or an expert in their field. They all developed the skills and resources to become the sexy, successful individual that they are today. And you can too.
He believed in himself. And you can too. You can do anything that you want.
Number two, don't be afraid to make mistakes. If you're playing outside your comfort zone, I can guarantee you that you're gonna make some mistakes. You're gonna fumble the ball and you're gonna miss a couple shots. That's just the truth of the matter. Don't beat yourself up because you don't know everything. Simply just learn from the mistakes and figure out how to pick yourself up and try again. When you're an inspiring entrepreneur, you can make a fool of yourself in front of investors when asking for money partners. I have, and you can laugh about it one day. But investing thousands and thousands of dollars and losing your ass on a business that you knew nothing about, the point is to avoid those more than being foolish in front of an investor. Number three, work on your body language. There's a lot of research indicating that posture is important for confidence. And it is important because the way that people see you is the way that they perceive you. I just rhymed. Proper body language and body posture builds confidence. Check out Amy Cuddy's TED Talk. I'll place a link for that video in the description below. She talks a lot about posture and how hunching over can make others perceive you as weak. Open yourself up, roll your shoulders back. This gives you the appearance of confidence. Other things that you could do is smile more, talk with a more composed voice, take deep breaths, relax. This helps you be more self-assured and appear more confident. One thing that I'm a huge fan of that has personally helped me be more self-assured and confident is meditation. One of my favorite apps to use for both unguided and guided meditations is the Inset Timer app. I'll place a link for that in the description below. Meditate 10 minutes for 30 days and I guarantee you it'll change your life. Number four, you gotta dress the part. I'm sure you heard this saying before, you gotta dress for the job that you want, not for the job that you have. The way you dress alters the way that people perceive you. It's time to ditch that homeless or hipster attire and start dressing for the version that you're aiming for. I'll give you guys a solid example. I used to say what everybody thought about the way that I dress because I knew internally that I'm successful, so on and so forth. Recently, my mind has definitely definitely shifted. More recently, I've been hanging out with my mentors and people that make way more money than me, and I perceive them to be more externally successful than me, and those are things that I achieve to be, and yet I see them and they don't have holes in their jeans. And they're not dressed questionably where people are left with, is this person homeless or a hipster? Recently, I kind of shifted my wardrobe into more swagalicious, sexy attire. This also changes the way that I vibrationally feel. Because I'm dressed a little bit more sexy and suavecito when I'm hanging out with my mentors, I'm kicking it on their successful vibration. If you can't afford those sexy luxury brands of clothes right now, that's totally cool. There are plenty of ways to dress sexy without actually spending a lot of money. I'll be the first one to admit that I'm a sucker for good deals. There's places like Ross, TJ Maxx, Burlington Coat Factory, and Nordstrom Rack that you can purchase some pretty cool clothes at a discounted rate. You could spend less money by buying the clothes from places like these, get them altered, and get you feeling like $1,000,000 without spending it. A lot of people say that I'm so swagalicious that I'm a jar of swagoo. If you want me to do a video on how to look like $1,000,000 without spending it, go ahead and let me know in the comments section below. Tip number 5 on faking it till you make it. Remind yourself what you're already good at. Everybody has those things that you're already good at, or you have natural abilities. Whatever you're looking to be successful in should essentially draw from your existing talents and abilities. Let's just say you want to start YouTube. You got a bunch of information and you know how to research, but you get a little shy and nervous when you're in front of the camera. At least you got a starting point. You know how to research, you know how to pull information, you just suck in front of the camera. That's essentially something that can be worked on. Whatever you feel that you're lacking, just remind yourself that you're already good at doing a majority part of the thing. Research and pulling up information is the majority part of being a YouTube success. You're almost there. This leads me to tip number 6. Start doing stuff that's outside of your comfort zone. So you've worked on your inner confidence and you got your body language down. Now it's actually time to start acting on it. Richard Branson once said, if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, say yes and figure it out later. You gotta get in the spirit of jumping into things even though you're not all prepared for it. That means stop thinking about starting a YouTube channel or real estate investing and actually do it. Put yourself out there. Sure, you're gonna trip and probably fall on your face from time to time, but it doesn't matter because if you don't take action, opportunities will never come your way. I know a lot of people, including myself, that have a lot of great ideas and never take action on them. If you never take action on your ideas, they'll never come to fruition. Number 7, collect proof of your success. Every time that you achieve or hit a goal, big goal, small goal, whatever type of goal it is, pat yourself on the back and give yourself a congratulations.
Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Anytime you get somebody to invest in your business, you cashed a big check on a real estate transaction, you sold a big deal, you bought your dream house, you post a YouTube video and it gets a crap ton of views, you finally sold that app to iTunes, or you have early onset dementia and you become the next president of the United States. Remember, anytime you achieve these massive goals, give yourself a high five. Let me get a high five. This is one of the main reasons why I journal and write down my goals. I also review them every quarter and every year because I can get easily caught up in achieving that goal and not celebrating and moving on to the next thing. What journaling and reviewing my goals does, it allows me to reflect on the successes and landmarks that I achieved to get me to where I'm at today. If you're not familiar with goal setting or reviewing them, I made an entire video on this and I'll place that right here, I think. Hopefully I did that right. It should pop up right there. If not, I'll also place it in the description below. Keep on faking it until you make it. Once you find that path that's working out for you and ultimately feels right, one success will lead to another success. Stay on it and it'll continue to build yourself up bit by bit. Ultimately, you'll get to a point where your successes significantly outweigh your failures. You'll essentially get to a point where you don't have to talk yourself up and it becomes more natural to you. And when that moment happens, ultimately, you're not faking it till you make it anymore, my friend. You made it. Guys, if you like this video, go ahead and drop me one of these down below. As always, be kind, rewind. Peace.